screen straight away, just to make sure the screen's all working all right. So just give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can see the screen share. Awesome. So basically, guys, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk to you about, or today or this morning, is a company called Ibuumerang. Now, the philosophy of a boomerang is about giving back. You send the boomerang out and it comes back to you. Now, just before we get into the presentation, the disclaimer, obviously we have to always put a disclaimer at the start because, you know, if you want to become the best or raised to the top of any profession in any sector, you know, there's a level of skill, a level of mindset, and sometimes it can take, you know, a little bit of time to get to where you want. If you want to become, you know, the best footballer in the world, you know, millions of kids start off as a footballer. Not everyone gets to become as big as Cristiano Ronaldo, you know. There's always a disclaimer. We're going to make some financial claims that we can't definitely say that will work for you, but it's time for the network marketing industry to evolve. So sometimes if you're watching this live right now or you're watching this on the recording, you might see the word network marketing and that might instantly scare you a little bit to listen to the rest of the presentation, right? Because network marketing has been good for decades, but it's also at its bad as well, right? And lately what network marketing has been is it has been a lot of product pushing all over social media. It has been a lot of claims, it has been a lot of health claims, it's been a lot of, you know, a bit of a cringe, a bit hyped, all that type of stuff. And sometimes it can come across in the wrong way. But essentially, when done right, network marketing is where you market a product or a service through a network of people as opposed to the traditional high street stores. So instead of, you know, big corporate firms and shareholders cashing in all the time, it's a chance for everyday people to get paid an extra bit of income in the pockets of the time, you know, recommending something that they're passionate about and what they like, right? That's what network marketing is. And it's all based through the word of mouth model. So an example of word of mouth, right? And why word of mouth is always the strongest form of advertisement. It always has been and it always will be. If you're a movie fan and you like Will Smith and you found out that Will Smith was in a new film because you saw the film advertised on TV, that might spark your interest to go see that film, right? Might have to watch it on Netflix right now, but it sparked your interest to watch it. But if your best friend had actually called you up and said, hey, Bruce, there's this new film with Will Smith. I know you like Will Smith. You need to watch it. I've seen it. It's awesome, right? Because someone you like, know, and trust has recommended that film to you, you'd have more urgency as opposed to just seeing it on a, a billboard or a radio advertisement or a TV commercial. You know, people listen to people. So that's why word of mouth is the strongest form of advertisement. And a lot of traditional based companies are going word of mouth and they're following the network marketing model in some way. You go to, companies are more open now to offering existing customers a reward for them bringing more customers to that business. And that's all network marketing's been for decades. And it's only now that a lot of traditional companies are starting to use that same model of thinking, right, how can we reward customers on bringing more customers to us? That's all network marketing is, right? But the best thing about it is you can get paid on multiple levels, which is a powerful thing. But it is time for it to evolve right now. And what we're going to do here at Ibuumerang is we're going to create a first-class consumer experience for us customers and success without selling for us ambassadors. So let me just repeat that. Success without selling for our ambassadors. Now, that's a critical point because a lot of the time in network marketing, the reason why people have not been able to win for such a long amount of time is that not everyone has got a big network. Not everyone's got a big following. Not everyone can sell. 97% of the population aren't good at selling. I'm not good at selling, right? And 97% of the population don't like to be sold to, right? And in network marketing, what companies have forced people to do over the last 60 years is get good at the things they don't like to get good at, which is selling and following up. So that's why only the real go-getters have been making any sort of money, right, for a long time. So the industry's only really been suited to the people that have, got the patience to stick it out and got the patience to develop the skills. But when we market in the industry as, hey, let's just come and, make an extra few £100 a month, it shouldn't be as difficult as what it has been, right? So this company is going to be more suited to the masses, where the masses can actually win, even if they don't want to build it, as big as most. So what we're going to do by doing that is we're going to take the network marketing industry from the taxi cab era, where customers have been paying too much money, because in network marketing, the products are good. The products are hands down, in my opinion, from the products that I've tried, better than what I've tried from the high street stores. But the issue is, in order to justify the commissions, the products have to be marked up at a higher percentage. And that's been the problem, because somebody can go onto Amazon right now, get this practically the same products for next day delivery for half the price, with no commitment to a monthly order and no sign up fee, ship same day for free, right? And network marketing companies having all these fees just for customers and stuff like that, and it's making it a little bit icky, and that's why Amazon's now taking over. And only the strong recruiters have been winning, as I've said. So we're taking the industry from the old model into the modern day era, where we only make money when our customers save money. So what we're going to show you today is how you can actually make money by by your customer not actually having to have an additional expense. And the problem has been for a long time in the industry is customers have had to have an additional expense in buying something that they've not really needed or wanted to or had to buy before. So that's why people have had to get good at selling, and that's why most don't get good at it. And even if people do buy the products, the average customer in network marketing stays on products for 79 days, and that's not changed for years. So when you hear network marketers talk about this residual income, it has been a bit of an overstatement, right? Because the products have not been sustainable and residual. Whereas right now, we only make money when our customers save money. So as customers are going to want to keep coming back to us because they're generally saving compared to the public prices on the services that we offer, and state-of-the-art technology for our ambassadors to succeed. Now, the man behind this vision, Halton Bugs. So we were very fortunate, myself and my girlfriend, we were very fortunate to fly out to Paris back in October and meet Halton in person. We had a 4-hour exclusive meeting with him. It was a meeting that I'd have paid, I'd a dream a bank account to the last penny to have had. It was that knowledgeable, and I feel like just that meeting alone has made me millions just by sitting down. It's like wanting to become a professional footballer and getting 4 hours with Cristiano Ronaldo teaching you exactly how to take a free kick, right? So that was powerful. So Halton Bugs, he's the most successful man in this entire industry of all time, right? So his story is powerful and relatable to the masses, because for the first 7 years, he never made more than $500 in 1 month. He was building it part-time. He had a full-time job, a young family in his 20s, etc. He's now in his late 40s, and he literally did not make more than $500 in 1 month. So struggled. So what happened is he started to realize what needed to be different, and how the changes he could make, and how the industry needed to change a little bit as well to suit more people winning. Developed a proven system, and now over the last 10 years alone, he's personally, not in his whole team, but personally frontline, has created 45 millionaires. Now that's never been done in network marketing. There's nobody that's personally created 45 millionaires in network marketing, right? And he earned over 100 million in his last company in a 12-year time frame. Now, again, in the network marketing profession, no one has ever earned 9 figures with one company in just over a decade. And he's received the industry's highest check of all time, $3.2 million for 1 month, with a residual of 1.3 million a month. So these are big figures, and again, this is why we have to put the disclaimer in there, because again, vast majority of people will never get to half that type of income, right? But this is the man that's behind this company with 30 years experience. So he knows exactly what needs to be done in this industry to move it forward, right? So the leadership by him, along with the rest of the team, T. Gray, the VP of Operations, Edwin Haynes, the Global Master Ambassador, so the founding distributor of the company, already made almost $2 million in commissions right now in his first 12 months, his partnership with Extreme Travel. So, we've got a very strong team with centuries combined experience from the corporate side and the field side in network marketing. So normally when a company like this starts in network marketing, is what they lack capital. So this is why you'll hear the saying of, 90+% of network marketing companies don't last. And the reason being is anybody can go online right now create a compensation plan, make a website, crush a pill, and start a health and wellness company. And it won't even cost them that much money out of the garage. Anybody can do it. And the problem is vast majority of companies don't get past the first 100 distributors and past the first 6 months because they've not got the capital, they've not got the leadership, they've not got all this stuff, right? So normally network marketing is what you get. You partner with a company that's brand new, it's a risk normally. It's normally a risk because there's no guarantee that it's going to sustain. Because there's no leadership and not enough money and they're running off loans and shareholders are go public too quick, and the decisions to move the company forward are based on the shareholders' profit, not the actual the philosophy and the mission of the company, right? Or on the flip side to that, you've got a company that's 30, 40 years old, that's proven, that's not going to go anywhere, right? But the timing's not as good anymore because it's decades old. But never in network marketing have you seen a company that's this new with all this leadership that's actually centuries old combined with experience and billions behind all these people. So from a business standpoint, think of this. You've got the benefit of timing and a proven experience at the same time. That has never happened. And that's why this is so powerful. So how are we going to bring this vision to the world? It all starts with the PRIB, the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. So what is residual income first and foremost? Residual income is where you do something one time and get paid a lifetime. Right? So how can we help more people get residual income? Because the problem has been in network marketing is the residual income has not been coming from customers because customers have not been staying on the product. So how can we flip this a little bit so people can create a true residual income? Like owning a property and renting it out, or writing a book and that being sold for decades, or acting in a film in 90s and still getting paid today, or Mariah Carey singing All I Want for Christmas Is You 20 years ago and getting paid $10 million every single December at a minimum since. That's residual income. How can we create that type of success in network marketing? So it all starts with the PRIB, and why this is going to be different is because it's a form of data analytics and artificial intelligence. This is the powerful concept behind it, and this alone. So when I first looked into Ibuumerang, the first thing that attracted me to Ibuumerang was the leadership of Houghton Books. Companies can compare compensation plans and all that type of stuff. One thing that no one can compare within the industry is the leadership of HB. But then when I fully understood the PRIB and what's going to fuel this company for decades, that's what caught my attention, right? So the PRIB basically is going to help more people succeed, right? So what the PRIB is imagine when you go onto Google right now and you search something on Facebook. Sorry, you search something on Google. You might look for, say, the Bahamas on Google. And 10 minutes later, the Bahamas pops up as a Facebook ad, right? Or you look at, you look at an iPhone on Google and then suddenly you're like, are Facebook listening to me? Are Facebook watching me? An iPhone's just popped up on Facebook and I'll just search for it on Google. Facebook are smart. They use data to monitor what you're looking at and then they upsell to you based on what you actually want. Smart business. They don't try and force a product down your throat that you've not gone out there and said, I want this, right? And the problem in network marketing, again, is people trying and force products down people's throat with before and after shots and all that type of stuff. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but it's forcing people to buy something, right? Whereas this is, we're following Facebook's philosophy. So when you connect a consumer to our platform monitors what your customers are looking at, and then the platform upsells to our customers based on what they actually want, right? And that alone is making it a lot more simpler for people to win. And what we're doing right now is we're in what's called a data collection phase, right? So think about Amazon 20 years ago. Amazon was just an online bookstore. That's all it was. It's an online bookstore. And, Jeff Bezos at Amazon, he says, look, I'm going to become one of the biggest online platforms in the world. And the critics back in the 90s are saying to Amazon, no, you're not. You're just selling books online. But what people didn't realize is that Amazon were collecting data. They were selling books to find out what their customers liked, to then add more services to the Amazon platform to upsell them services for decades later. And that's what Amazon's done. And now it's the biggest, online store on the planet, and is responsible for over 30% of businesses going under, right? Now, what's going to happen with us is we're following that same philosophy of, we're going to collect the data from a travel standpoint, which we're going to go into. So we're leading with travel. And what's going to happen is we can find out where our customers travel, what they like, etc. And then we're going to launch more services to the platform based on what our customers actually want. So we've already got a lot of companies right now that are coming to us and begging us to put their products in the crib. I was on a call, I'm very fortunate yesterday to be on a call with the second millionaire in the company, Johnny Winfrey. Is back over $100,000 a month right now in this company in 5 months. Is a mentor to this team. And he basically said that, look, Holton right now, it's like Dragon's Den. There's companies that are coming to him, pitching him to put their products inside our data analytics. And that's what's going to happen over time. We've got our first vertical that's launched, which Curtis is going to go into as rideshare. We've got Boom Mobile that's coming. We're going to have cinema tickets, fuel cards. We're basically going to be a one-stop shop. And the exciting thing about this is we're just doing what Amazon did. So for the first 2 to 3 years, this is data collection phase, finding out what our customers like. And then we're launching more services to them based on what they actually want. So we're going to be partnering with all these other companies. But here's the beautiful thing. We're going to be like an Uber. We're not going to own the taxi, but we're going to be the biggest transportation. We're not going to be like Airbnb. Airbnb, one of the world's largest accommodation providers, but don't own the real estate. That's what we are. So we're partnering with all these different companies. And because we've got that many customers, what we're going to do is all our customers are going to go to their service through our Prib, and we're going to get paid. That's the exciting thing. So the iGo platform is the front door. So travel is our leading service, because you can tell a lot about a person by where they travel, what time of year that they travel, what do they do. We can see exactly what they do. And we've got over 500,000 customers in our platform, in the iGo platform right now in 12 months. 500,000 customers, which is powerful. And that's the first vertical into the Prib. Now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to hand it over. I'm going to stop screen share right now, and then Curtis can screen share his slides. I'm going to hand it back over to Curtis. Very fortunate to work with you, bro. Excited to come over to Oz. Love what you're doing, mate. Smash it out.
Cheers, bro. Thank you very much. That was awesome, man. Absolutely smashed it. All right, guys. So I'll just share my screen back to where we was. All right. Can I get some thumbs up if everyone can see that? Awesome. All right, yeah. So like Tyler's just explained this to you. I just want to touch on this as well. This opportunity right here, if you can see this Prib and what Tyler's has explained to you, this Prib is literally the biggest thing on the planet that you can get into right now. I've never seen anything like this. This, when I see this, it just lit me up. I get goosebumps every time we talk about this. Like, we're going to put people into the iGo platform so they can save money on travel, right? It's going to be the cheapest platform out there for anyone. So everyone's going to want to do it. And then the Prib's going to do the work for you. And I'll explain that as we go on. So the travel industry, the reason we're going into the travel industry of iGo, it's an $8 trillion industry, right? If you can grasp what $8 trillion is, like, you're going to want a part of it. So Rob, who's on this call as well, explained to me, if you put £1 or $1 into a bucket every single second for 32 years, that is $1 billion. Okay. And that is being spent in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand alone. So $6 billion a day is being spent in this industry, just in Australia, New Zealand, and Asia. So on the right-hand side here, you can see you got bookingholdings.com and you got Expedia Group. Okay, these two companies are literally dominating the travel industry. So they got over 45 websites online. They've got over 95% of the space online. But what people don't know is when you go onto these websites and you're looking for somewhere to book your holiday, they know that you're looking. They know that you're searching through all their websites because you have an IP address with your Wi-Fi. So if you go to booking.com, then Agoda, then Kayak, they know you're doing that, so they can see where they want you to spend your money. They will make it, you spend your money where they want to, and the revenue will go to them wherever they want it to go. So you think you're getting a bargain and you're not. Okay, we're lucky enough to not have the overheads that these companies have got. These companies got huge overheads. They're locked into contracts for like 20, 30 years with their marketing and advertising, because if they book it in now, it's cheaper for them. But we don't have that overheads because we are the marketers. We are the word of mouth marketers. So we can do it a lot cheaper than all these people. So if you have a look here, this is New York City on our platform and Expedia. So in Expedia, they're selling it for $339. On our platform, we can do it for $178. Same hotel, same room, same dates, everything's exactly the same. And they're saving $161. Anyone your friends are gonna wanna save $161, right? Everyone loves saving money. You go to Paris, over here you got a saving of $310 for the night. Then you got the car rental on the other side as well, we're saving. But then if you look at the bottom here, these are actual receipts, okay? You can have a look at these receipts at the bottom. There's savings of $1,300, $300, and $1,500. Okay, these people don't only save money, they get reward credits on everything that they buy. So every reward credit they get, they can put towards future travel or even change them into a gift card. So they get, in the future, we're going to be able to do e-gift cards. So if you're in the UK, you got Argos and you got Amazon, etc. If you're in Australia, you got like Bunnings. Everyone loves a bit of Bunnings over here. You also got like Amazon over here too now. So you can exchange them for e-gift cards in the future. So on our platform, our motto is stay 5-star, or your 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. So who wants to stay in a 5-star hotel for the price of a 3-star hotel? Yes, I do. And I actually did that whilst we was away in Vietnam. So I actually got started whilst I was in Vietnam, and we changed our hotel once we got started in this because we saved so much money. It's actually cheaper to stay in a 5-star than the one we're staying, which was 3-star. So on our platform, we've got hotels, we've got car rentals, we've got cruises, we've got flights, we've got homes, which is Airbnb-like. You've got weeks, which is like a package holidays. And then you've got marketplace, which is auctions, where you can auction and bid for a holiday. And you've got timeshare. Also, we've got all the activities around the world. So I live on the Gold Coast, Australia, and I've searched this. We've got things from like parachuting, from mountain climbing, to snorkeling, to diving, to all the theme parks, all the shuttles to and fro the airport. It's literally got a one-stop shop for all your travel needs, okay? And we guarantee it to be cheaper than anywhere else, or we'll give you 110% of the difference back in reward credits for your future trips. How amazing is that, right? So this is how it works, okay? If you are an ambassador for the platform, someone who's invested into this business, you get up to 70% plus of all your travel off the website. Okay, that alone, I know people who have actually saved enough, like more money than their investment already. So that alone is worth it itself. So if you ever look on the left-hand side here, you would save 41% as an ambassador on this resort, a saving of $424, okay? If you're a customer, you save up to 35% on all your travel. On this one, you've saved 20%. So your customer, by you giving them the link, will save $212, okay? So on the right-hand side, let's pick someone here. Let's say Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce, you give someone a boomerang, someone a link. That person is then able to book travel because you gave them a link, and they'll link to you for the rest of your life, not just that one booking. When you give them the link, they become a member, a free member, and then they will book a travel. So on this circumstance, this person has just saved $212. So because you introduce them to the platform you're going to get half of whatever they save. So in this circumstance, they saved $106. So you'll get paid $106, but every single time people book, you also get a thing called customer volume points. These points add up, and at the end of every single month, they pay out in cash too. So it's 1.8 customer volumes to the dollar. So just for introducing this one customer, on their first trip they've done, you earn yourself $180. So every time anyone ever saves on this platform, you're going to get paid 50% of whatever they save. 35% will also go into, be converted into commissions for the leadership development bonuses. And then 15% goes to the company, because obviously the company needs to make money to be able to run, right? So this is just a very, very simple equation for you guys, just so you can get an idea. So if you, so like I said, Steve Bruce, that's you, you give out 10 links, 10 boomerangs just to customers, just 10. And on average, in the first 12 months, the customers have been saving around $600. That could be 1 trip, 2 trips, 3 trips, a rental car, whatever. On average, people are saving around $600. So with 10 customers, that's around $6,000 of savings, meaning you've just earned $3,000 US for giving away 10 links to people. Like how amazing is that? So you got 10 customers and you've earned $3,000 in the first year. If you had 100 customers and they all saved on average around $600, you've now got $30,000. And then there's more. So you can introduce people to this business as well. By introducing people to this business, the company will pay you as well. So this is real residual. So you do the work once, you introduce someone, they do the work, and you're going to get paid on them as well. So if you just introduce, say, 5 people, and within them 5 people, they introduce people, and it ends up 9 between the 5, you end up with 50 people in your team. So you have 50 people in your team underneath you, and if 50 people just go out there and give 10 links out, you'll have 500 customers. You don't want your team giving out 10 links. You don't want to give out 10 links. If you come on this business and you only give out 10 links, I'm going to come find you and kick you in the ass, because this opportunity is absolutely massive. So imagine you had 500 customers only in your organization coming through your team of 50 on an average of $600 saved per customer, and only on a 10% pay. So you can get between 10 and 20% pay from your team. Just on 10%, we go to the lowest, you're going to earn an extra $20,000 US a year just through your team's effort on top of your effort. All right. So Tyler mentioned earlier, we don't just have iGo Travel. We've started introducing other things into the Ibuumerang umbrella. So first up, we've introduced Vibe Rides, a ride share company. It's available at the moment in 3 states in the United States, and it's going to be aiming to be in Europe by the end of this year. Obviously, we're hoping still it is after what's going on around the world, and then the rest, it will come over to Australia and New Zealand around the same time. So back to where we was with the Prib and the iGo. So the iGo platform, like we said, we introduce people to the iGo platform to save money. So they save money, we earn money. And then that information goes into the Prib. So when they become a member, they put their name, their mobile number, and their email address. They're now a free member for life. So say if they travel to somewhere where a Vibe Rides is then available, they will get a notification to download the Vibe Rides. They'll download Vibe Rides, and every time they ever use the Vibe Rides, we get paid. Every time for the rest of our life. So if you have 20 people, you'll get paid for 20 people every time they use Vibe Rides. If you have 100 people every time they use it. There's no limit to it. So as you can see here, the Prib is doing the selling for you. You might not even know the person you just gave a link to in an elevator or a cafe, and then the Prib's upselling that service to them. Okay, the Prib can also, so say if on iGo, the person books a holiday to Florida, okay, you don't know they've done this, you just gave them the link in the past, but then the Prib will upsell them on all the theme parks as well. So if you look on here as well, the number 3 section, look at number 3 there. As Tyler was explaining, we've already got the next thing coming up, iBoom Network, a mobile phone network where we're purchasing an existing mobile phone company, and it's going to be unlimited texts, unlimited data, unlimited calls. I don't know how much I'm meant to say about this, but I'm letting everyone know because it's pretty awesome and I'm pretty excited about it. But it's going to be unlimited everything for a certain price. And the rumor being, don't hold me to this, is about $50. So it's going to be a worldwide network. And that is going to be sold to your people as well for you. Yes, you can introduce them to Vibe Rides. Yes, you can introduce them to the mobile phone, which then puts them into the Priv and then can upsell them on holidays the other way around. But every single time they ever pay their bill every month, you're going to get a cut of that bill. Like, how amazing is that? So you've just introduced them probably to savings on a holiday, and then the Priv has done the work for you. And there's going to be multiple more services coming. And as Tyler said, there's companies coming to us wanting to be a part of this. They want to be a part of it. It's like he's got like a dragon's den going on there at the moment, Mr. Holton Bugs. So the rideshare industry, there's 98 million rideshare passengers worldwide and growing. There's 1.5 million drivers and growing. Right now, we are in some kind of crazy mess with this coronavirus, right? And everyone's thinking, is anyone going to be using any of this? 100% they will be. If you look at rideshare, it's actually grown in this time because no one wants to get public transport. So everyone's getting involved in this right now. And if you look at the iGo platform while the corona is going on, you're right. No one is traveling right now. But what you need to see is that if you build a customer base up right now, everyone wants to do what they can't. So as soon as all this is over, everyone's going to be like, I want to go on holiday. I've been talking to people every single day and people are just like, oh my God, my holiday's been cancelled. I can't wait for this to be over so we can book it again and go. So we're so lucky we're in a position where the whole travel industry has been reset. So if we get customers in now and they can save even more money than they were paying before, how lucky are we? So the transport industry is a $1.2 trillion industry, and that's just going to keep growing too. So how we get paid on Vibe Rides. Here is 3 ways. So you can be a driver and you get paid 75% of whatever the fare is. If you introduce a passenger, you get paid every single time they ever take a trip for the rest of their life. And then you can even introduce a driver. So if you introduce a driver to Vibe Rides, every trip they ever take for the rest of their life and drop someone off, you're going to get paid. I do Uber as well on the side, and it's really helping my business to get customers. But at the same time, I know Uber drivers that do 30 trips a day, and you can get paid on every single trip they do. How cool is that? Imagine if Uber did that from the beginning, like how huge it would even be now. All right, so here's a breakdown, a fare breakdown. This is quite a big fare. It's a $100 fare. It's just so the numbers are simple for me to work out for everyone. On average, a share ride trip is about $13 to $15, but just call it 100. There is trips for 100. It's actually $102 from my house to the airport. But if you have a look on here, on the left-hand side, the driver gets paid 75%. So he earns $75. And then whoever referred the driver will get paid 3% of that fare. So you'll get $3. Then 3% will go into a driver share pool. The other side, you got a rider. The rider pays obviously for the trip $100. Whoever referred that rider will then get $3, 3% of that trip, and then 3% will go into the rider share pool. Okay? But you can even have a rider and a driver in the same vehicle. And then you're getting 6%. So the more customers you have, the more drivers you have, the more you're going to earn with this. Why do you Boomerang? Yes, I do. When I first see Ibuumerang, it literally just lit me up. I couldn't believe this opportunity. And when when Rob sent me all the information and I went through it, like I said at the beginning, it just completely blew my mind. And finding out that Tyler was in this as well, also, I was just like so excited to work with this guy because I know how passionate he is and how far he's taken his previous business. And since he's been in this, he has been absolutely smashing it. I know he's been in it for, I think it's like 6 or 7 months now, and it's already taken over 30K. So I was just like, at the time, it weren't even nowhere near that, but at the time he'd already been smashing it. And I was like, I've got to get involved with this. This company is completely different to the rest. So Ibuumerang is making it as easy as possible for us. If you know what a QR code is, here they are on the right-hand side. We are going to have these so people can scan them and become a member right on the spot for either Buy Brides or iGo. All right, so this is how we get paid when we introduce people on the quick start bonuses. Okay, so you got your coach class, you got your business class or first class. This is how you get in on one of these packages. Everyone that I've met have started on first class. Reason being, it's just the most lucrative for us to get in. You're going to earn the most money, the quickest money on first class. So I'm going to explain first class to you. So say if I introduced, I'll go, oh, sorry, Steve, I'm picking Steve Bruce every time because he's the first one on my screen. so say if I myself introduce Steve Bruce into this business on first class, you then come in on my level 1, which is I will then get paid $90 for introducing you as a thank you, an introductory bonus for introducing you to the business. Steve, if you then introduce someone else, this person becomes my level 2, and I will also get $18. And then the person who Steve introduces someone, I'll get $12. That is then level 3. So every time someone's introduced to 7 levels deep, I get paid. And then if Steve done the same thing and introduced someone on level 1, he would get $90 and all the way down as well. So we get these extra bonuses as a thank you for introducing people to the business. And then the people we introduce to the business introduce people, and we get thanks again and again and again. Like, how amazing is that? So then you get your dual team, okay? So your dual team is as you introduce people to this business, we get a right leg and a left leg, okay? Every time we put people into our business, like I said before, you get paid 50% of what people save, plus we get paid CV, customer volume, okay? So this customer volume builds up from both legs until the end of the month, and when we get paid out. So say that's me in this leg, where it says you, I've got curly hair, look a bit like Beyonce, and I start introducing people. Then Rob, as my personally enrolled, I'm Rob's personally enrolled. Rob puts someone in the team as well. They also go underneath me. So as Rob starts putting people into the team, my team starts getting bigger too, which is awesome, right? So I then get 20% of the CV from the people that Rob puts in. So I'm earning from the people that Rob's enrolling too. How amazing is that? So like so far, I think I've gone through 5 ways of us getting paid. I think there's up to 7 ways, which also blows my mind every time I look at it. So the ways that you get into this, there's standby, okay? So standby is where you can come into the business and you're really not really doing much. You're just really holding a spot in the team. So, but you always buy a standby when you buy a package because it comes with all your information. So you've got the either side platform. I don't know if you've received one of them yet. It's like an interactive presentation you can send to people, which is amazing. You don't see this in any industry at all. I've never seen one of these before. And when Rob sent me, I was like, this is just so cool. I wish every business I ever was in sales had something like this to show me. So this is where the magic really happens. So you got 3 packages that we can come in on. You got coach class, business class, and first class. So coach class, you get paid out on hotels, flights, and rental cars, okay? So that's the only ones on the website you get paid out on coach class. You get 10 boomerangs with 50%. You only get paid 50% of the 50%, which is then only 25% of the savings, okay, on coach class. So then you get also 10% of your dual team. So anything that your team gets, you get 10% of their other 50%. So you remember, you get 50% of what they save, and then they get 10%, and then you get 10% of the other part. And it's $250 to get started on that. Then you got business class. So business class is everything in coach class plus cruises. So you got flights, hotels, rental cars, and cruises. And you get 25 boomerangs to send in your first month. You can actually purchase more boomerangs. So it's $25 for 25 more, which is like 50p in the UK for a boomerang. And they do special offers pretty much all the time. So sometimes it's like 50 boomerangs for $25. But in business class, you also get 100% of that 50% saving, and you get 12% of your dual team, which is $500. Then you get first class, which is everything on the website, everything you see there. So you get your, everything that's in coach class, the cruises, hotels, flights, and rental cars. You get weeks, you get marketplace, timeshare, and all the activities. And you also get 50 boomerangs to start your business off with 100% of the 50% saving. And then you get 15% from your dual team, which is then $1,000. But in April, because of what's going on in the world, our amazing CEO and owner, Holton Bubbs, has said, look, I'm going to reduce this for the month of April just to help more people get started quicker. And he's doing it for $750. This is the cheapest I've ever seen this. And to buy a business of this magnitude this early on for $750 is incredible. He's giving everyone an opportunity to actually start this, not just the big players. The big players are the big money that can come in and dominate this. He's giving every single person a chance to come in, and getting in early, a year-old company in the network marketing industry with this vision is huge. So for $750, like, I wish it was $750 when I got started. But and then you got a monthly subscription, which is $100 a month. Your overheads for your whole business, $100. You don't have to pay staff. You don't have to pay products. You don't have to pay rent. Your overheads for your business is $100. How amazing is that? So that's the end of the presentation, guys. Let's get to the next page. So getting started, obviously we're going to reach out to the person who introduced you to this presentation. I'm going to just hand over to Tyler to finish this off. And if he's got anything to say, if you've got any questions, this is the guy you need to talk to. This man, when I got in this business, I was like fresh as. I rang him and I was like, dude, what do I need to do to be where you are? And he told me, and I've literally come in and I've been running and earning pretty good money straight up, and I was pretty happy with it. So I'm very grateful for this guy. So if you have any chance, just please ask any questions.
Awesome, Curtis. Crushed it, mate. Crushed it. That's awesome, bro. You're awesome, mate. Like I say, I can't wait to get to Australia. Can't wait to get back on that plane and get traveling again. It's awesome. Yeah, just there's nothing to add, guys. You know, Curtis crushed it out. I mean, if there's any questions, anybody wants to unmute themselves, just, you know, we'll take a couple of minutes. More than happy to answer any questions that you've got. Don't be shy, you're all right. But if you prefer just to digest the information and speak to the person that invited you, you're more than happy to do that as well. Yeah, I think everyone's all right. Yeah, not a problem, guys. So what we'll do is we'll leave it there then, Curtis. But all I'd say is, guys, look, you know, entrepreneurial-minded people see things before everyone else. You know?
Guys, it's Oscar here.
How you doing, Oscar?
I'm on, mate. Just a quick question, just in terms of clarification. I'd often ask this question, but it's just basically in terms of upgrading from coach, standby coach to business to first, what does it take to do that? And can one join in increments or go to the high levels for
Good question, Oscar. Really good question. So with that, so people can actually join on. Curtis has put the slide back on. This is awesome. So people can actually join on coach or business and pay 250 for coach or 500 for business. And then what happens is they've got a 60-day window to upgrade to first class, so they can just pay the difference. So hypothetically, if someone started on business class and business class is $500, they can go to first class, which is $1,000. They pay the additional $500 within 60 days. If they didn't pay it within 60 days, the difference, after the 60 days, it'd be the full $1,000. Now, what's exciting at the minute, though, is for people that are already involved, just so you guys know they're already in, they've reset the 60 days. So hypothetically, just say you've had someone come in on a coach class and they did it upgraded in 60 days, they could actually pay the additional money now and upgrade to first class now because of what's happening, and they put some extra incentives in. So with the first class pack now being only $750, if someone starts on coach, if they upgrade by the end of April, well, it's still $750 for first. They'll only pay an additional $500 as opposed to they'd additionally pay $750. So there is that option. You can pay in installments. You can pay your coach class, and you can upgrade to business. Then you can upgrade to first. And now's the time to do that because obviously you're saving $250 altogether if you make sure you're on first by the end of this month. And what I've normally seen as well is, the people that start on first class are the people that go the quickest, just because that's more of a psychological commitment to a business because it's a greater expense. Obviously, there's all these benefits that you get with it as well, but the greater expense kicks people into gear mode as well. So yeah, good question, Oscar. Appreciate you asking.
Yeah, brilliant. Awesome. All right, thank you very much for coming on tonight, Tyler, and helping out with the presentation.
Anytime.
If anyone has any questions, sorry mate, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, just fire away to the person that sent you this way. I would recommend asking for an either side as well. Have a look at the either side. It's very similar to this presentation, but it's an interactive presentation. So you can actually click on what you really want to look at more. So awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night and see you all again soon. See you tomorrow.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Good, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. Cheers, guys. Thank you.